Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Amiruddin, and now I will presenting our code booking system. For my first module, which is sign up and login, this is the UI. For the login, we need to put our name and password, and for the first timer, we need to sign up first. Alright, this is the criteria that we need to fill in: the name, email, password, so on. Right. Just put any name, Amirul. Amirul. Password. Click on. Alright, let's say I left one column blank and I click sign up. Alright, it will notify me that the form is not complete. So I need to put the detail back. Do 3, 4, 5. Sign up. Okay. And now we will log in so we can start see all of the features that we have taught in this system. Okay. Alright. This is our homepage. Okay. If we see on the coding here, if the parameter are left empty, it will send a message and notify us that the form is not complete. If the form is complete or the parameter is correct, so it will redirect us to the login page. Okay, we can see the database here. This is the data that we already stored. This is the ID, the email, the name, and the password. Okay, after that, I will show you the next module, which is profile page. Alright, this is the profile page. So in profile page, we have payment info, edit book option, and booking history that will be explained in detail by my team members next.
Okay, now I will display to you about the I will talk about the payment page, which is in the payment page it will display the total price of the card and the FMB total price, which is the calculation of the all the quantity drink that you have buy, and it will also display the start time and time the card number. So in this, when we click online banking and we click the checkbox button, and we check the checkbox button on the online banking and we complete. So it will direct us to the payment, the profile page, which in this we can display payment info. But firstly, I will show to you our data when we in from the payment page, we direct it to the local host, which is in here. You can see in the booking, it will update our info of the form of the payment in this, which is online. It will display at the ID2 online, which is, and the credit will become null. So then we go back to the login and look to the profile. So after this, we can proceed to the payment info. In the payment info, it will display the total, the display all the payment such as fully, which is online payment, the card, and after that we go to the home page to go to the review. In the review, the customer can the customer can see the review from the previous customer about our booking system. So if the customer want to add their review, they can click this feedback button, and they can say what they want to say. For example, email, email rating 5 star, and enter. I love the booking system. So when they click the submit, it will display their info in his. So they will display their info in the review part, which is I love the booking system 5 star. So we proceed to the local host, where in the feedback table, it will display the ID, and it will update their info in this, which is name, rating, the text area, their email. So then that's all for my part. I think we can proceed to the coding part. So in the coding, firstly for the payment, this is the coding for the payment part, which is it will use the user, which is to get the total, and the FMB get total all, book get time start, get time end, book dot get book, and the user number. And then we go to the review, which is in the review it will use the array to display the ID, which is to update fee fee 1, fee 2. Then we go to the feedback, we use the form, which is the form of this. The user value, name, user dot get number, and give your feedback rating. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thank you.
So next we move on to our next module, which is choose code. So in this case, the user have the option to book for his type of code and also the date of the code. So in this case here, we have three types of code. The first one is standard code, the second one is deluxe code, and the third one is the premium code. And each type of code have different price. So below here we have the form for choose code. So there is the option of select time, where the user will have to enter which time that they will come to the court. And the next option is the type of court. As I have explained before, we have three types, so just choose either from the three. And the next option is the choose the number of court. So let's say if the user want to book for standard court, so he or she need also to choose whether he want to book for one court or two court, or maybe a number of court. And the last one is the date. So if the user would like to book for tomorrow, then he or she need to enter the tomorrow's date. So this is the form for choose code, and also this the interface. As for code, code here, we have the choose code.jsp. So in this case, we have a div class of choose code, and with the image and so on. And this is the form used, which is in this case we use form and also table. So we have all the options with the value, also the ID, and so on. So let's try to book for code. Okay, so let's say the user would like to book from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and the code is premium, which is the highest price, and the number of code is 1. So the user will only book for one code, which is the premium code, from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and the date is 31st of January 2023. So if we click the submit button, it will move to the next module, which is the booking module. So in this case, this form will be connected to a database, which we use, in this case we use the Hibernate, and all these forms will be inserted into the database. So after I click the submit, I will show you the database. I click the submit here. As you can see, we have the ID of 3, which will be our reference for the database. So click here submit, then I go to the database, click refresh, and as you can see here, the database we have a lot of entity here: ID, code, credit, Gatorade, code type, time start date. So all of these entity are related to my module, which is the select code and the food F&B, which is food and beverage, which I will be explain later, and also the payment, which cover up the other module. So in this case here, you can see the ID of 3 here, and also the value of uh, book, only one code type is a premium, and then date is 31st of January 2023. So time start 10 and also time end 12. So the data will be stored in this database. And next we move on to our next module, which is the food and beverage, which is my last part of this module. In this module, the user, after he has submitted the form of booking, uh, the screen will display an option whether the user can decide to buy some drinks in add-ons. So here we have a variety of drinks, 100 plus, zero coke, Gatorade, water, and below here we have this form. So all of this form is set to 0. So let's say if the user would like 1 mineral water, so just uh, enter here one, something like that. So as for code, let me show you the code. The code here for F&B is the same as the previous one, which I used form and also table. And basically all of this form has its ID and also its name, so that the name will pass to the controller. Controller will display, and some of it will be stored in the database. So yeah, let's proceed to the testing. Let me show back. Okay, so here let's say I want 1 mineral water. So let's say I change, I only want 1 Gatorade here. So after I click proceed to payment, the 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 value of Gatorade here will be stored in the database, and the database will be updated according to the changes that the user have made. So let's see if I click the proceed to payment and I refresh the database, and as you can see the value of Gatorade here for ID3, the value is 1. So basically the database has updated its database according to the changes by the user. So yeah, that is all from my part. Thank you.
And now I will be showing you the last parts, which starts off with booking history. For the booking history, it basically shows you about the bookings that you have made before. So we can see that you have made a booking history on 2nd of January 2023, a standard card, and then 31st of January, a premium card, and lastly 12th of April 2023, a standard card. Okay, and this little boxes over here is if you want to delete the booking, you just click here and then you have to click here. So that is the front end part of it. So to show you the back end part of it. So we used a hibernate session and also an array. So here in the container, I used array to get the dates and get the chords so that it will display the date and chord. So the next one, uh, so for the next one is for edit booking. So if you want to make any changes, you can just go for edit booking and re-enter the new details. And last but not least, the contact page. So here at the contact page, it is displayed our location, our contact number if you need to contact us via phone, our email if you need to email us regarding anything, and also our website. So I believe this is all from us. Thank you.